You're such an ungrateful person.
Your Majesty!
Mother!
Mother, Shao Shang, your hand is hurt. Get physicians on here right away. Stop pretending.
Zisheng had someone bring this cup for me, especially. It's not hot to hold, is it? It's made from fine pottery. It's definitely better than lacquerware. Of course it won't feel hot to hold. Zisheng sent this cushion too. He's worried I might hurt my knees. He sent a soft cushion from kneeling studying day, so he specially sent a soft cushion for me. I also have the same one at home, since I'm already used to it.
Cheng Shao Shang. Stop mentioning Zisheng's name. You just found yourself a good future husband. You don't need to go overboard.
Of course I have to. If I don't, you and your mother wouldn't feel upset.
You... shameless.
Miss Wang, you might not believe it I tell you this. I do like you.
It's too late for a friendly gesture.
It's because you're stupid. I like you. Because you're so naive. People can figure you out the moment you start talking. When I first met you at my house, I already think you should learn one thing, which is keep your mouth shut. His Majesty has always been thrifty. I've also seen Her Majesty's chamber. I never saw any gold lacquerware or silk brocade you mentioned. How could you lie without blinking an eye? Aren't you afraid His Majesty punished for spending extravagantly?
Those were indeed the original furnishings at the old palace. It didn't even use state funds.
After bragging they're not yours? I don't want to waste time on you. Leave.
Those were mine. Don't you know? The living costs of the Prince Qianan royal family is perhaps higher than the palace. Grandfather was part of the Wen clan, an important official in the previous dynasty. During his time, he was richest man worldwide and 10,000 soldiers. His Majesty, Consort Yue, our childhood sweethearts. His Majesty took my grandfather's to be his Empress, to form an alliance. Too bad. The maternal family went into decline. Mom, Dad died in the Battle of Gu City. An old royal family. You protect Cheng.
A royal family's seen better days. You're really protective of Miss Cheng. You sent her away the moment I arrived. Why? Are you afraid I'll punish her because of Ling? I don't know. She's ignorant, incompetent, and vulgar. And vulgar. Some woman is pathetic. Some woman is pathetic. Her husband doesn't love her. Her son is useless. Her daughter-in-law has no conscience. Even her daughter lacks virtue. So she could only show her affection to an outsider. Did you especially come here to humiliate me? Because you feel discontent. Oh no, I don't. I'm not here to pick a fight because of the Wang family. I come here for my younger brother, the young Lord Qianan. He delivered a letter to me. He said his life in Shochun is tough. He wants the right to mint coins in his territory. Lord Qianan's family died for His Majesty's cause back then. Everyone died except for my younger brother. I'm sure you won't refuse me. This small matter, just right. I never meddle in court affairs. You asked the wrong person. What do you mean you don't meddle? Recall Qianan aid, the kindness the Qianan royal families had shown you. Your father died. It was my family who took you in. Won't you be careful your words? You're the one who should be careful about what you say. I let you off before. Do you think you're all that because you're the Empress? Shen Shenan, do you think you can just ignore me after you become the Empress? Madam Zai, what's happening? Her Majesty and Madam Wenshu are arguing. Her Majesty ordered to close the doors and forbid anyone to enter. Everyone praised you for being gentle, courteous, and frugal. Absolutely ridiculous. Ingrate. What an ungrateful person you are. When you and your family, you took shelter in my home, I treated you well. I shared half of everything I had. My father, he treated you like his own child. He even picked the best husband for you. The Emperor. Have you forgotten all of this? I shall indeed never forget the kindness that Uncle showed us. But my father is dead. He's dead now. The family soldiers were either dead or scattered around. His former glory just crumbled like that. I only have my brother now, whom His Majesty made a showpiece. Yes, he's alive, but it's no different from dying. His Majesty did that, so no one would say he's ungrateful. Miss Chang, and you're also an ungrateful person. Your Majesty...
Mom! Mother, Shao Shang, your hand is hurt. Get physician's son here right away. Stop pretending. Stop pretending.
You want the doctor here, right?
All right.
You might as well open the doors, too.
So I can tell everyone I'm the master here. Reveal the master hides secrets. That the master of this palace...
How many dirty secrets she's been hiding? Are you that clueless? Why, Her Majesty, the door's closed. And banned entry, Shao Shang. Do you think the Queen is scared of you? She's trying to protect you. If any of the nonsense you said gets out of this palace, do you think you and your children will die a natural death? It's just death. Do you think...
I'd be scared of that.
If you don't fear death, then why did you come here? You can go and confront His Majesty. Why are you bothering Her Majesty?
What a really sharp-tongued lady. Sure enough, she's exactly the type of lady that Kid likes. You're definitely on the same wavelength. I don't fear death. His Majesty won't let me die either. I just really want to see if our noble Empress has forgotten my father's kindness.
Showing kindness, not expecting in return. Even someone as vulgar as I am understands this. I'm surprised you don't even know this. I wonder if the late Prince Qianan expected his sister and her family to repay him when he took them in. The late Prince Qianan left me speechless. Why did he marry his daughter off? His Majesty. Ah, that's right. No one could have predicted who would become the Emperor back then. So he can't let his daughter marry His Majesty.
How dare you look down on me? Shao Shang mustn't be rude. No, it's not like that. Granddad shared the same lineage.
No wonder. You and the king cousins are cousins from the same paternal grandfather. You naturally can't marry His Majesty. So it wasn't the late Prince Qianan favored Her Majesty. Can't marry His Majesty. So he made Her Majesty marry His Majesty. In this matter, Her Majesty doesn't owe you anything.
Friend Qianan, are you going to watch her sneer at me?
Stop causing trouble for Her Majesty. I said all this, if you feel offended by what I said. And it was a mistake. But the entire capital knows I'm a lowly person. I hope that you can show me some generosity and forgive a lowly person like me. Cheng Shao Shang.
Just who do you think you are? Even your future husband was born of a madwoman who was abandoned. He might perhaps grow up in the palace.
Did he really think he was a prince? Shang's glory are from the battle he fought. Come from the battle. He fought himself.
He didn't achieve all that His Majesty favors him.
He's better than clinging to old glory. Who holds Prince Qianan's legacy, behaves rashly in Changqiu Palace.
How dare you! You're just a lady who's here to learn about etiquette. You don't know all the palace rules. How dare you try to teach me? Like, today, I will teach you the first rule of the palace. I'll show you what true nobility is. And what's a lowlife? Stop it! Quen Qianan! You refuse to give my brother coinage rights. You're trying to stop me from disciplining this servant. I knew you were an ungrateful person who'd abandoned me. That's enough. Your Majesty, forgive me for not welcoming you. Shinan, you can skip the formalities. Are you hurt?